And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday, the 7th of January. We are coming to you live from Studio B after all the events of yesterday and what was happening. I just got a late start here this morning, and so with yesterday's program put together through the night, and a cat not sure where he wants to be. So we have some interesting news for you. Believe it or not, there was hemp news that did happen through the day, even with all of the things that happened in Washington, D.C. yesterday and all through the night, actually, and continuing on this morning. A couple of interesting stories for you. One actually that's kind of formulated from our neighbors to the north, but with President-elect Joe Biden saying that he's going to get into the Paris Accord again. Those things will probably carry on down here pretty fast, and it's all good news for the hemp industry. But the first thing that we want to talk about today is that there is now come forward the fact that an attorney general has been tapped. Biden has selected a guy named Merrick Garland to be the attorney general, and chances are he will get approved. And why do you say, why is that important or of any significance to the hemp industry? Well, the attorney general will also be in charge of the DEA. And although the hemp programs are overseen by the Department of Agriculture, do remember that the minute that hemp crosses that 0.3 mark, then it becomes the DEA's business. And how nasty they are going to be on that then becomes in his purview. And so we want a person there that's going to be friendly to us and find ways that instead of, coming out with a flamethrower immediately, we can maybe still keep that product and use it in another way. Because obviously we are moving toward a situation where the entire United States is going to be using THC, as the 14 states that already have it are going to be using it. And so there's going to be blurring of the lines, just like South Dakota so much surprised us here in the recent election by going medical, recreational, all at once. They just opened the floodgates. That's going to be happening more and more. And Biden has made the commitment that he wants a federal law across the United States rather than a patchwork quilt of states opening this up one at a time. And so obviously he didn't pick an attorney general who would be against this like the current administration, soon to be past administration, has. So probably this is a good choice also for the hemp industry that sees the reasonability of the fact that hemp farmers who happen to have a hot field of hemp shouldn't be punished in such a way as they are now, that there's a way to mitigate that. There's a way to still keep it in some kind of hemp stream so that the concept of the painting where it's like, oh, all is lost, will not happen. That's big news, came out overnight. This guy is chief judge of the U.S. Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. right now. So, got a lot of law behind him. And we'll see where it goes. But can't imagine why he would not be approved by the sitting Congress at this time, or the one that is being put into place right now as we speak. And we will see how this plays out. We will follow it. But that did come out. Would have made bigger news, of course, except for the news that's happening in Washington right now. The other big story today is actually from our friends up north across the border. But like I said at the opening of the show, it's going to be news for us too, because President-elect Biden has made the commitment that we're going to get back into the Paris Accord. And of course, this is some of their tenants as we join up again. And it involves what they call one-use plastic. One-use plastic is what's wrapped around your six-pack of soda or beer when you buy it at the store. You know, that's shrunk wrapped around it. It's a one-use thing. The rings that are around your six-pack that you pull the soda out of would be a one-use thing. A coffee stirrer, a straw. You know, the big thing about straws. Plastic cutlery. Takeout food containers, plastic shopping bags, of course, probably used more than anything anywhere. They're just going to go away. Maybe within this year of 2021, they are going to literally be illegal. So for all of you small shops that's, you know, stock up on these goods at Costco, don't be buying the jumbo pack of these things. Consider how much of them that you will use between now and July, and do not buy any more than that, because these rules could be coming out that fast. And, pretty soon you'll be down to just buying 100 at a time, because once those rules come out, it'll be a hard stop. And there will be other things. Now, what's that got to do with the hemp business? That's got a lot of good to do with the hemp business, because a hemp manufactured knife or fork is, I don't want to say water soluble. I mean, it doesn't just go away in water, but it is not considered in the same family as a single-use plastic device. You put it in the ground, and in a year or so, it has gone back to its natural elements. And so that is just wonderful, wonderful news for us, because it's not what's considered plastic pollution. Corn also, by the way, you know that corn can be made into a shopping bag. And, a person might throw it out of the car, but it's not sitting out there forever between sun and changing temperatures. It basically goes away. So EU, of course, already for some years, as I've been going to the EU and you go to a grocery store, either you carry your little cloth bags to bring groceries home, or they charge you significantly to buy a plastic one, and they frown and give you this, it's like the walk of shame that you didn't bring your bags. And you just go, I'm sorry, didn't know. And so now in my suitcases, when I'm heading to Barcelona or Germany or wherever, they're already in there. I have about 5 cloth, same shape as the Hugo's or Walmart shopping bags. So I have not forgotten them when I land in a foreign port and just want to go to their grocery store and get some fresh fruit and a bottle of juice or something, because otherwise I have always forgotten. And then you have 2 choices: just buy what your pockets and hands can hold, or, get the scorn, and because I'm killing the planet with my one plastic bag. And I'm sorry if I'm not a bad ecologist, but it's like, when I would get the plastic bag, I would then keep it in my suitcase for the next time until, finally they break or something. But this is the new world that we live in, and we have to just be more on top of these things. So I have one of those cloth bags from Hoffheim, Germany, and a couple from Berlin. And I think I have one with a needle on it, like the Space Needle. I'm not sure which needle it has on it, if it's the Toronto Tower or the Seattle Tower. But anyway, so that's the big news stories for today. Both about, looks like America will quickly join the no single-use plastics thing. I have already. I bought last year 100 bamboo forks and 100 bamboo cutting knives, like for picnics and things, so that we do not have plastics for that. Of course, they're so nice, I don't want to use them really. It's like, wow, these are so nice. I mean, I don't want to waste them on using them, but I guess that's what we have to get used to right now. Well, this program cannot go by without a comment on what we saw on the television yesterday. I am just heartbroken and disgusted because, you should be able to be a member of either political party without scorn or ridicule in this country. Matter of fact, you should be able to be a member of not only the Conservative Party or the Democratic Party, you should be able to be a member of a fringe political party. Like, I think of Bernie Sanders as, I'm sure he's a Democrat by registration, but, he's an extreme person. He believes in kind of a socialistic government. And he should be embraced and part of the larger group in the United States. And we should even have a place here for those that have communist ideals. They should be able to be at the table and be listened to. I don't believe in that. We can see by history that that doesn't work, but we should not squelch any political ideas, except, of course, the extreme fascism and skinhead things. We have, that goes beyond freedom of, that's a cult. That's not giving the people in the group freedom of ideas. But any freedom of ideas where people can have individual thoughts and things should be able to be on the table. Every other country in the world has multiple political parties, not just two. But certainly, I have friends that are in Tennessee that are Democrats, and people in church have told them, I don't know how you could come to this church and be a Democrat. Now, how can you tell someone that? How can you say that? So, we have to go back to embracing people of multiple faiths and multiple political parties and widen the circle and hear what they have to say and then be able to express your feelings and be accepted. Joe, I don't necessarily agree with what you say. This is what I embrace, but thank you for sharing. What happened to that? Instead of, I don't want him at my dinner table, because it gets too vitriolic. And I think yesterday has finally pointed that out. So I'm going to make this year a year of inclusion and hearing people better, and hoping that they will in turn listen to me as I share my middle of the road beliefs. Don't know how to say it any different. Because otherwise I'm going to go on for 2 hours, and that's not what this show is about. This show is about learning about the new hemp industry. And the hemp doesn't care what your political views are. We just want to get it out as the world's neatest, most innovative, carbon sequestering, good for every human being product. So that's my bully pulpit for today. I hope you'll join us again on Monday as we bring you more hemp industry news for Chat Canna. In the meantime, have yourself a great weekend and get away from the TV for a while. They'll all be here on the other side of the weekend. In the meantime, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you. Bye.